Dr. Doug Bennett, Dr. Doug Bennett.
I'm Rochelle Carroll, Rachelle Carroll.
I am Cody Smoot.
Go ahead and spell it.
Do you have to spell it?
Kody, last name Smoot.
What's going on tomorrow, Rochelle?
Oh, I thought I was just going to chime in.
I'll
We're bringing everyone together for awareness. We want to bring light. We want to shed light on all the awful things that are truly going on in this world that are being hidden from the media. We want to bring people together, that way they can get the help they need in order to become volunteers and get children saved.
Absolutely. Eradicate children out of human trafficking. Right now, this is the second fastest growing crime in the world. Soon to overtake drug trafficking, probably in the next year, experts think. So you have a lot of drug traffickers, and they're stopping selling drugs, and they're starting to sell children because the laws are less of selling a child than selling drugs. And you can make more money by selling people. When you buy drugs, if you buy a pound of drugs and you sell a pound of drugs, now you have the money from the pound of drugs you sold. Now you have to go buy more drugs. But if you have a human being, you could sell that person over and over and over again, up to 40 times a day, making money. You never have to buy more people. You just coerce or force more women, condition them into selling them. And then you just have to pay for the hotel room, the toiletries, the nails, the clothing. But she gets no money. The children get no money. And the trafficker gets all the money. And it's a cycle that needs to stop. We have men in our community buying women. I'll be out on the street tonight in Bakersfield. I'll talk to 25 women who are being sold in 1 hour out on the streets. And that's not for all the other women who are being sold in hotel rooms all around this city and in this county, in this region. So something has to be done. So we have to rise up, let people know this is happening, and then activate people to get involved, to go out there to rescue women and children and men out of sex trafficking, out of labor trafficking, get them involved.
Not just
them.
march.
Not just march. Marching is bringing awareness and, hey, you know what, this is happening, and get on social media, get in the public eye, let people know.
Spread whatever information we need.
If you're living in Seven Oaks, in the gated community, you don't know what's happening on Union Avenue, and you shouldn't. There's no reason you should know that.
Right.
But if those of us who know what's happening know that children are being sold, if we could get into your house and let you know what's going on, get into your phone, get into your internet on your desktop, your laptop, or your television, or your newspaper, and let you know, hey, what people are being sold in this city, partner with us. Come with us. Come with us to rescue people, donate financially to us. The march is to activate people, to create awareness and activate people.
Not just follow us, do something yourself.
Yes. So, how'd you guys come up with this march? Because I only known you, I just met you tonight. I just met him tonight, and I only found out about you guys about 5 days ago. When did you guys post
this? All started only a few days ago.
Yeah,
so
about 8 or 9 days ago. It's funny, this platform was developed through Facebook because they had flagged Save the Children. And I remember a couple days before I saw, a march in Arizona that wasn't getting any media attention. And then, like I said, they flagged Save the Children, and I was besides myself, and I was talking to her, and she was emotional. And I was like, what can we do? Let's do one of these marches. Let's at least get people out there and, spread awareness and hopefully set a trend that transcends through the nation. Because if they got thousands and thousands of people saying the same thing and agreeing, they can't ignore us anymore. And this is something that, I have children, and you hear these awful stories, and you just imagine, it being your kid. And that's enough for me right there to try to do something. And, obviously it's one thing to spread awareness and meet and march, But I want real change. I want the court systems to change. These people should be getting way harsher punishments than they get, and that's a problem. And as far as the actual making something happen, I think that's where it starts. Because if these people just get a slap on the wrist for doing these horrific crimes, they're going to repeat again. And if they get 20 years, 25 years to life or whatever, obviously life's not probably going to do it again, but harsher penalties, because these slap on the wrist ain't doing nothing, and they almost always reoffend. And that was kind of the biggest thing. And like I said, I saw the one in Arizona, and even if it's just our local media and it's not one of these big channels or whatever, that's fine with me. And especially if other cities are doing it and it's just their local media that's showing it. But if there's 200 cities, then it's gonna blow up, and they can't ignore it anymore. And that's kind of what we're trying to do, is tell them that we're not going to go away. We're going to want answers, and hopefully we get them soon enough.
Going to speak up for the children who can't speak.
Voice for the voiceless. Yeah.
So when you saw them doing this march in Arizona, were you like, we should do a march in Bakersfield and just make sure that it's hotter on the day that we march than it is in Arizona?
It's probably similar, huh? They're probably a little hotter there.
Well, I don't know. Tomorrow's going to be 110, so
They
thank you.
get to 120 there.
They get up
sometimes.
there.
Yeah, well, we're going to have 110. That ought to be tasty. And don't let the weather and the heat stop you from coming out.
To me, it's still worth it.
Listen, man, I'm going to talk to 25 different women who are being sold tonight on the streets of Bakersfield, and they're forced to walk out there.
Right.
We have our freedom. We get to choose to go out and walk, and then we get to go home to our families, to our beds, to our air conditioning, and we get to have our life. These women don't have a life. This is an ongoing prison that these women are in, and the children.
Bring on
so-
the heat.
The average
Not a
age
heat for
that
them.
a child enters into human trafficking is 11 to 13 years old. So when I started doing this over 10 years ago, it was 12 to 14 years
that's in
old. Now it's
America,
11
right?
to 13.
That's in America?
That's the average
Worldwide?
globally.
Okay.
So you have others who go in 16, 17, 18.
Right.
But then in other countries, you have 5 and 6 and 7-year-olds who are being sold.
It's average.
And the reason that the number is going down is because the men want younger children that they can have sex with because they can't fight back as much.
Right.
So that's the general consensus of the guy buying the child. That I can do anything I want to the child, and the child's not going to fight me very much because the child's small and I can control the child.
And it's
Well-
conditioning point. You get a child, you can condition it way easier. And then
Absolutely. You can, you can tell the child, hey, this is what you're made for. This is what you're good for.
Well, it's just terrible.
So I've been seeing this long time. And to have people like yourself say, you know what, let's go do something about it. This has been on our heart, a march for quite a while for Magdalene and Hope.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a board member present it. She was going to present it last month, but she couldn't make the meeting. So I tabled the march
Mm-hmm.
and said, hey, we don't have you here, so we're not going to plan a march. And then when I got wind of it and people started tagging me for this event, I was like, oh man, these people are doing it? Cool, let's go do it with them. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to support you guys
Mm-hmm.
and your vision that you two had about doing something. And we just want to come alongside of you and raise awareness and then activate people. So the event's taking place tomorrow night down here at the river. That's where we're at right now. We're in one of the rooms. But it'll be in the sanctuary. So we're going to meet in the parking lot. We'll rally there. And then once there, we're going to walk westbound. And then we're going to go on Truxton Avenue down to the Liberty Bell. And we're going to say a few words at the Liberty Bell. And don't get me started about the Liberty Bell. Now, I love my country. I love America. I do believe America is the greatest country in the world. It says that we are the home of the brave because we're the land of the free because of the home of the brave. And I believe we're the home of the brave, but I don't believe we're the land of the free. I honestly don't. With hundreds of thousands of people being trafficked daily in the United States, I got a problem with that. We're not the land of the free, and we haven't been. Abraham Lincoln eradicated slavery, which was incredible. But now this is modern day slavery. So we're going to say some things at Liberty Bell, and then we're going to go down to the Fox Theater, and then we will come back the same way and back here for a rallying event in the main room here in the sanctuary. We're going to congregate, and we'll be able to have some experts and some leaders in our community, along with people from the march, to be able to talk to you guys about how to activate you, what you can do from here, what's the next step to stopping human trafficking here in our city. And
That's what we want. We want to get all the information out to help everyone.
why was the
Volunteer.
Fox Theater so important to you guys?
Well, to me, it could represent Hollywood in a way, you know, stage, glamour, lights, all that. So initially I was thinking Fox Theater, then walk back to the courthouse, take Hollywood to justice type of thing.
Absolutely. And just so happens that the Liberty Bell is right in front of the courthouse.
Right.
there. Boom.
How about that?
Worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
So, Josiah, you're the man. Do you have any other questions for us, sir?
Do you guys plan to have any other further events after this one?
Definitely. Yes, we're not just stopping here.
We talked about doing the 22nd, like a lot of other cities are going to do in a week from tomorrow. You know, I'm thinking we might do that too, but we still haven't fully discussed if we will. for
So
sure.
they put this one together in about 7 days. I don't see why another one,
Right.
8 days from now, couldn't happen.
Right.
Alright.
And then we also talked about maybe a focus on crimes against children, where we have a broader
Branching off.
brushstroke, if you will, like Patricia Alatorre. And man, it's such a tragic event that happened here last month. And what an awesome little girl, from what I was told. Awesome family, just touched lives. It was just such a beacon. And what happened there and how she was taken and the ending result. If we could do a march against crimes against children, so the kids that are abducted, the kids that are trafficked, the kids that are abused. If we could be a voice for those kids. So what we'd want to do is we want to activate people and look at these signs with your children while they're online. These are the red flags you need to look for. Like with kids, when they're being trafficked, they're 14, 15 years old, and the girls are coming home with new shoes. Maybe she's got a new phone. Those are all red flags. Where's she going? If she's supposed to walk home from school and she gets out at 3:15 and she's supposed to be home by 3:35 and she's not coming home till 4:45 or 5 o'clock, okay, where's she going for that a lot of time where she's not supposed to be? We as parents, I have 2 daughters. I've raised 7 children, 5 girls, 2 daughters. I want to be their friend, but first and foremost, I need to be the parent. So I need to say, hey, what are you looking at? What's going on? And then talk to them. Be the parent.
Yes.
So,
Kids these days are way too comfortable
right?
online, in videos.
And we're all
TikTok.
parents.
Yep.
I have 4
I have 2
kids.
daughters as well.
So, like, we're looking here to focus for the children who are being trafficked, and then we're just thinking, all right, where do we go from here?
We're not going to stop anytime soon. We're definitely
They ain't gonna shut me
keep
up.
it going.
So just reiterate time, please.
Absolutely. So 6 p.m. at 928 17th Street. So it's called The River. We're about a block and a half from Mechanics Bank Arena, formerly Rabobank Arena. So we're a block and a half away from Mechanics Bank Arena, 928 17th Street. We're on the corner of 17th and O. We'll be congregated in the parking lot. So look for all the people. Bring a sign. So your signs can say something about children. You can hashtag it, Save the Children. My sign is going to have to do with children being sold and men buying them. We encourage you to wear a face mask or a mouth shield. We're also encouraging social distancing. Bring water. Bring some comfortable shoes. And probably don't wear like a turtleneck and some pants. It's going to be a little warm. So.
We're also going to bring as much water as we can, and there are supposed to be a few people bringing ice chests as well.
Yeah, last thing we want is somebody falling out or something like that, or them trying to stop us because we aren't social distancing and don't have masks. So we encourage that everybody wears their masks so that they have no reason to stop us, so we can be heard.
Absolutely. So we hope to see you all here. Come be a part of this. Let's raise awareness. Let's raise our voice for the voiceless. And let's go do some good in our community.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. You kids out there on YouTube, man, do something. Do something with what you've been given. You have one shot on this globe to do something, to be a voice, to be an advocate.
Use your platform for good.
Absolutely.
The greatest good against the worst evil in the world.
Make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Put yourself last. Put other people before you.
Amen.